Be talking about overcoming driving anxiety, and we're going to go over some practical tips when you're out here. First, we're going to start small. We're going to go ahead and drive around this neighborhood that we're comfortable with, neighborhood that we grew up with. Whenever you pull up from a parking spot, you want to turn on your blinker, seatbelts on, mirrors are adjusted, and we're just doing basic maneuvers. We did have a snowfall and there is black ice out here, so we're going to go ahead and take our time. This is a partially controlled intersection, and we're going to go ahead and make a turn and go in real easy. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a lot of mist that is out here on the windshield, and it's freezing conditions. As an instructor, I think driving through a neighborhood is very peaceful. It can be very relaxing, and it should reduce your anxiety. Julia hasn't driven since her scary highway experience years ago. So we will make a situation for her. We're gonna just drive through the neighborhood, just taking our time. We've stopped, and then we're gonna just take our time and drive real easy. It's really important that you feel comfortable no matter what you're doing. Because of the weather, there's not a lot of traffic out today. This could be an opportunity for us to get out on the road and drive and build some confidence. And that's what it's about when you learn how to drive. Building confidence. It took us about 20 minutes to warm up the car, prepare everything. So you got to take your time. And then we want to squeeze our brakes. We want to slow down earlier. And we want to come up and stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, and 1003. All right, we're going to make a left turn. Left is down. Ooh, it is slick. So we want to really be careful and be mindful of these conditions. I know you can see that ice, and I'm just gonna hit the brake. Whoa, we slide. This is no joke. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. And then I'm gonna make my left, and I'm really gonna try to be very careful. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna hit the brakes. See a slide? So this is going to change our plans. Number 2, set realistic goals. When you're out here driving, regardless of it's a beautiful summer day, it's a fall day, right now it's winter, there's ice on the road, it's very slick. Look at this as an opportunity to get out here and drive. Set goals to get to your local park. Go to the local breakfast place. We're gonna head to 2 restaurants real quick, King of Burgers and McDonald's, because those places are familiar to us. Maybe get a coffee, a burger or something, and take it back to the family. Because if you're an adult, you have kids. If you're an older person out of your late teens, you're trying to get to work. Now you see how bad it is, right? I'm gonna turn on the wipers. Okay, I'm gonna hit the brakes. You heard a slide. It's bad out here. So we're setting some goals. We're gonna leave early, plenty of time, no pressure on us. I have to come up and stop, but I slide. I'm not making this up. This is really dangerous out here. So I had to rethink how I support, how I help, how I teach. And as all of you should. Because if you come out here thinking you're safe, you're going to end up crashing. And we don't want that to happen. So there's a big gap, and I'm spinning. So you got to come out slow. And Again, we're staying in familiar areas. I'm gradually pressing the gas. And what do these conditions mean? If you drive normal, you're going to end up having an accident, putting the car into the ditch and crashing. Me teaching you this, I got to go slower. I got to leave more room. And you get a chance to see this and apply it when you drive. By driving in an area that's familiar, you have a sense of control. And I think that's really important. And I have a blinking yellow. I'm really going very slow. I'm going 20 miles an hour in a 50. So all these cars, they're going much slower too because no one wants to crash. I would not be driving that fast if I was them, because you're going to end up having an accident. I'm at about 40 in a 50. Everyone has a different comfort level, but also we take risk. Everyone's risk perception is different. If you have a bigger vehicle, like we have an older, see I'm slowing down earlier. See all these cars? You see all this? We're not trying to crash. And it's really called stupidity. Driving down the middle of the road like that is illegal. And sometimes restaurants can be, comforting. Tim Hortons, most restaurants. Another person just driving down the middle of the road. Very selfish. See, people don't care. And I want you to see this so you really understand. And that selfishness will cause an accident. I saw a video the other day of how the autopilot would protect us. And there are some important elements in there that I think we can integrate into driver's ed. I just have to study it. So I need to get into the middle lane to get to this driveway. And we're not going to break the law. Don't be that stupid. Okay, I'm going to get in the middle lane and I'm going to make a left turn on this driveway. The reason traffic is backed up, the conditions are dangerous. But I want to show you this. Okay, so this is our place of comfort in our area. Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Big Boys. It really doesn't matter. Let's get to a place that's comfortable, that makes you feel safe. Grab a cup of coffee, get in, say hi. We all have those wonderful places that people know us. So this is going to be a really good video.
Hello.
Good morning.
Thank you for How may I help you?
Thank you. I need a number 5 small with the diet, and that's it.
Number 5 small with a diet?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get to the screen. Number 5 small with the diet Coke. Okay, $6.56, baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So these small areas, you can spin out and hit a tree really easily. So we don't want to hit the gas really hard. We want to be smooth. And for me as an instructor teaching these things, people's ignorance will cause a crash. So you can't assume anything, whether you're beginning, intermediate, or advanced. This is how people literally have bad accidents. Good morning.
Good morning, girl.
I love how nice they are. God bless. Thank you. She was really sweet. And people remember that. All right, this is kind of stressful here. We have to make a right turn. We're turning with the flow of the traffic, so it's not as bad. And of course, you know, the weather is terrible out here, so people are late and driving fast. So we got to go into the nearest lane. Keep your turn short. Go into the nearest lane. Now, that's our first place of comfort. But we have to go to McDonald's, the Golden Arches, and the squeeze bricks. It is bad out here. I'm sliding around. And for a lot of you, you've never been through a drive-through also, so I can show you that. You want to go very slow. I'm at about 4. And you have to pull up to the menu board. And we're going to pull up really easy. As you can tell, I'm driving slow and easy. And we're taking our time. We don't have anything to worry about.
Welcome back. Will you be using the mobile app today? Hello, how may I help you?
Hi, good morning. I need a number 2 large with a coffee, 1 cream, 1 sugar. I need a large ice water also with that. And a sausage burrito with hot sauce.
$11.64.
Thank you.
Wrong.
All right, so I'm going to take my time. Go ahead. And people in a hurry. This person's like getting ready to run me over. So it's not that serious out here. You saw their face. It is not that serious. So why are you in a hurry? And that's why you have to look around. These McDonald's are set up for failure because you have 2 loops. And I was done technically first. I looked at her face. I think it's him. Not mad. And I just let them go. It's not serious. So you're learning firsthand experience through seeing people's facial expressions that just take it chill. You know, we're not trying to crash, go into, and it's still icy out here. You can see how shiny it is on the ground. Good morning. Thank you. And I always try to give a lot of positivity. You can tell by my voice. And I really enjoy teaching people how to drive. Choose to practice the same route that you used to take to your old job. The familiarity of the roads reduces anxiety and gives a sense of control. We want to be in control today, but unfortunately, Mother Nature has more control because of the icy conditions, the low temperature, people's attitude toward driving, being in a hurry. So I'm just going really slow and just taking my time. Oh, shit. I just broke my mirror. I didn't break it, but I cracked it. It's real. Hey, how are you?
All right. Watch the game yesterday?
It was so beautiful.
Yes.
Amen. Okay, what happened? I crunched the mirror. I was too close to the yellow pole. You heard my voice. It happens. It just crunched the plastic. I didn't break the mirror, but those things do happen. And only you and I know it. All right, I gotta go into the nearest lane. That made some real anxiety, let me tell you. And you heard the crunch and you heard my voice. Man. All right, so I'm at about 35, 40. It's very slick out here. Why am I going to be stupid and drive super fast and crash, or let alone be hit? think it's the next street. Part of my job also is caring for people, giving them that self-care, helping people who can't get out. Okay, our street's coming up, but I want to slow down early, and I'm going to squeeze my brake. So going too fast for the conditions out here. Y'all gonna crash. Okay, I'm gonna go in really easy, and we want to just test the surface of the road. Going really slow. Oh, yep, I'm sliding, bro. Oh my God, I can't make this up. So, even though we're in a safe place, sometimes it's dangerous too. So we have to make a choice. Do we want to get on the main road? We're going to have to, but we're going to have to drive slower. You got to take your time. Oh yeah, it's bad out here. So you're probably saying, well, should I go home? I think we should stay out and see where our boundaries are, and I can take you through this journey. I want to go really slow in these turns. I don't want to hit trucks. I don't want to hit cars. And in these situations, you want to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. And we still have not decided, are we going to go on the expressway or not? We don't know yet. It's dangerous in here. Now that's a Charger. That's an all-wheel drive Charger. They're pretty safe. Okay. Give me a moment. I have to drop this off with the client. This is pretty unusual day. And I don't want to slip and fall when I get out either. That's how bad it is. And the most important thing is safety. You see that school bus? It's about safety. And when you see that, you have to stop. Okay, no person was there. All right, I don't want to fall and break my neck, literally. Okay, we're back. Let's talk about this. The conditions here are really bad. There's black ice, there's mist, it's under 24 degrees. It's very slick. I literally broke the mirror off going through McDonald's, and I'm gonna take you through overcoming driving anxiety, practical tips. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a 3-point turnaround. And you need to learn how to do these maneuvers. So I'm gonna go up slow and stop. I'm gonna put it in reverse. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put it in reverse. I look left and right, and I turn the wheel to the left. The wheel's going to the left, the rear goes to the left, the front swings out to the right. There's a car coming, but we don't wanna panic. And then I'm gonna get over to the right. Okay? All right. And we are going to take our time through this whole process. Stick to a slower zone today. So we're going to go to our old job. We're going to take our time. We may go on the expressway, we may not. It really depends on how bad this weather is. And if I was advising you and you were with me, I would say, how do you feel? And if you're like, I don't want to go on, we don't go on. Let's test this surface. See how bad it is? We're not trying to slip. We're not trying to crash. We're just trying to take our time. We have to stop. And we have to make a left turn, so we need to move forward. Traffic is clear. We're gonna go out real easy. That Jeep is going too fast. And I'm taking my time. Speed limit is 50. I'm at 30. They're going too fast for the conditions. And you can tell the people who are in a hurry. They're driving really fast, cutting in and out of traffic. And because you're young or naive, you're going to end up setting yourself up for failure and everyone else. See, they get what they deserve. Okay? They get what they deserve. Give those salt trucks room to work. I wanted you to see that, but they're so much of in a hurry, they're going to have an accident. I did a tutorial on this a few years ago. So that is salt that they're putting on the ground. Okay? We're in the Midwest. Some states use sand, some states use salt. Salt is terrible for the cars. Okay? And I'm going to take my time. You can see all the salt right now. And for me, as a teacher, I haven't been out in conditions like this before. It's been a long time. So let's just take our time. We're going to stay behind them a little bit. This salt will make us feel a little bit more secure. And if people want to pass us, let them pass us. We're not going to worry. The salt truck is out here for a reason. Stay. So I'm going to let the driver just do their job. Just stay away from the salt truck. There's no right or wrong way. And people may look at us crazy. That's okay. I don't know what the heck they're doing. It was kind of weird. Kind of creepy weird. That car was right next to me for a while. I'm at 25. Hello, how are you? We're in really bad weather right now. We're talking about overcoming driving anxiety, practical tips. We are taking it slow. The weather is very bad. We are late. We've already called work. And when we get there, the boss said, don't worry, come in safe. So I'm your co-pilot. We're going to focus on safety. We got to trust our technology. Even though this is a 2011 Ford Fusion, it does have ABS, it does have airbags. So we just have to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable. We want to focus on safety. Even though the light turned yellow, there's no sense in us trying to stop. We'll just slide through the intersection and create an accident. Next, I want you to practice deep breathing. You know, stay chilled, relax, scan the intersection. We're okay. There's nothing we can do. We're not going to slam brakes and slide through the intersection. We're looking ahead around the curve. That deep breathing will allow us just to stay focused on our task, that's safe driving. Sorry about the road. I know it's really bad. We want to shift toward nice breathing, cleansing breaths. I want you to imagine I'm your co-pilot. Speed limit here is 45, we're at 40. That's fine. We want to stay smooth. We don't necessarily want to follow anyone because they could spin out and lose control. But we want to just practice being smooth and having good speed control. My heart is pounding some, I'm not going to lie, because of the weather conditions and everything else. So I'm just going to take my time. I'm lifting my foot because I know people are lazy and don't want to stop completely. Oh, it's bad here too. I can look at the road in town. The speed limit here is 35. We're at about 20. Whoa. I don't know what that car was doing. That was kind of offbeat. That scared me. You should bring your best friend with you. I'm like your uncle, your driver's ed, adult best friend that can help you, give you moral support, tell some funny jokes when we were in college or high school, encourage you to go fill out the application today, even though the weather is really bad, but you're going to get the job because no one else applied. I can help you negotiate really tricky turns and just teach you just to be more consistent. If we stay straight on this road, this will take us to the downtown area, but I may have to get you on the freeway because eventually you're going to have to feel comfortable getting on the freeway. It's a little bit more calm here. The light's changing up there, so we got to slow down early. Oh yeah, we're sliding. So I like to use positive affirmations. If you've seen this channel before, and me coaching people and teaching people how to drive, I'm very positive. Before starting engine, you want to say to yourself, I'm capable. I can do this. We want to foster positivity and self-belief. I am a true believer in that. So we want to come up to the stop line, and we can stop right here. This is fine, because there are a lot of pedestrians that walk here. And we're just looking at the intersection, relaxing. It's okay to breathe for a moment. When your light turns green, I need you to look left and right. Let's talk about visual success. Picture yourself pulling out of the driveway each morning, mentally rehearsing your trip, focusing on success rather than fear and anxiety. And that's what I want you to focus on, success. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be tough. It is bad out here. But by me being out here and being your co-pilot and showing you, you're gonna be successful. And you notice a lot of cars are not changing lanes abruptly because it's bad out here. Plan ahead. We see those pedestrians up there. Do they want to get hit? Because it's so dangerous out here. We want to be able to stop. Why do pedestrians do that? That's not properly planned. They should be walking in a safe area. So we want to check navigation. We want to find the easiest route. This is the easiest route we're on. It's a straight shot. We will enter the expressway. We'll see how it is. We'll take our time. And I'm lifting my foot a little bit because it's bad to the left, and I don't want this car to slide and crash into me. So that's the defensive driving mechanism. Preparation to reduce anxiety. Yes, we have gas. We got our meal to make ourselves feel comfortable. It's comfort food. Big Boys, Tim Hortons, Bob Evans. That was the place I couldn't think. They made comfort food. We got to learn this car's features. Even though it's a 2011, haven't really driven it before. It doesn't have a lot of safety features. We have to learn to aim high. And that's the biggest thing that I want to tell you is look ahead. And you see a lot of cars kind of bunching together. We don't want to do that. This car does not have adaptive cruise control, so we have to lift our foot off the gas. If we need to take breaks before a trip to a downtown metro area, going about to the suburbs, or driving from home to your old job, you do that. You take your break. This could be pulling over to the side, calling your boyfriend or girlfriend, calling your parent. Hey, I'm here. And then your parents are so proud of you. I'm proud of you for just taking the time to be here and listen. Now, I don't want to get overconfident. I have to get over to the left. I know pretty soon it's going to be really, ooh, I don't like when that car did that. I'm going to get over to the left. That gray car, So I don't want to feel trapped. I want to keep space. So I'm showing you my defensive mechanism, keeping space. I see the gray minivan, I see this gray car. I'm trying to fight for my space ahead of me, but I'm not going to get crazy and get all wild. But I'm going to stay about 45. I don't want to go any faster, because the anticipation of the expressway, I don't know what it's going to be like. But I feel safe at 45. And I do have some butterflies in my stomach. My voice is cracking a little bit because I do have some anxiety about this situation. And you can see all these cars slowing down ahead of us, and this gray minivan is tailgating us, so I don't feel comfortable at all. There's something going on up there. Okay, I'm gonna get all the way over to the inside lane. And I'm just gonna go in slow and easy. I'm just taking my time. I'm not worried about what time we get to work. So I'm going slow. Ooh, that was a little fast. You see all these cars pulled over, there's a reason. Whenever you see cars to the side of the road, you know it's bad. When you see cars pulled over to the side of the road, oh yeah, it's bad. So I'm visualizing, just staying smooth, taking my time. I'm not worried about, I am a little bit. I am not worried about people cutting me off. Like this minivan behind me, they keep tailgating me. Like, back off. So I really don't like that. So I'm just going very slow and deliberate. I'm at 30 in a 70. So now I'm going to turn on my left turn signal. And this is how it would coach you up. And we're going to go out real easy. And let's take our time. I think a lot of people are just in a crazy hurry. That's why I don't leave late. We want to use this quiet time to kind of be safe, keep more space, and really this is like good therapy. So we're just going to stay in the right lane for now and just go slow. Now you notice everyone is going about 35 or 40. Why? Because the conditions are very deadly, very dangerous, and this is a great teachable moment. So we're about 45 and a 70. So I'm raising my voice. There's a semi truck. There are 4 blind spots: left side, right side, front, and back. I'm celebrating small wins. We got out on the road today. We're driving safely, but there are other cars around us that are just too fast, too reckless. And I don't really want to get caught up. Actually, I'm surprised the freeway is okay. It's not perfect, but I'm not going much faster than about 55. I don't care what other cars do. That's that gray van that was tailgating me aggressively. Whoa. We're going to gradually increase challenges And this is for us just keeping our speed above 55 to 60, staying in this lane. We might drive downtown, we might not. It just really depends on the weather. We already know that black truck is stupid. Icy conditions reduce speed. And I think from all of you watching this, me included, what is your level of risk? Do you really want a chance? I'm at about 55. I'm good in the first lane. If people want to drive around me, they can. I'm not in the middle lane by the semi-truck. Don't want to do that. I'm not in the left lane going crazy fast and stupid. Crash. I don't care if you have new tires or old tires. I'm holding about 55. I feel safe. The only thing I have to deal with is these cars coming on and off the expressway. Refrain from negative thoughts. I will crash. I will spin out. I will lose control. We want to be positive. I will understand how to drive safely. I will watch Driving with Myles videos, who's going to give me that confidence to help reduce anxiety and to overcome driving anxiety. I will leave a message because I'm very social. He'll respond. Rely on your eyes. You should be checking mirrors. And there's a reason why there's a lot of room. People are not really stupid. Going too fast for the conditions. I don't want to go much faster than this. I'm at about 60. I'm going between 55 and 60. You've got to practice frequently. And this is kind of an unusual situation. A lot of jobs have canceled. People are showing up an hour late, half an hour late, 2 hours late. Some people don't even show at all. I'm very, very slow on this curve. Those tires are practically bald like my head. So I'm just going to go in really easy. I look at also, you need to look at the traction or lack of traction for other cars. And I'm trying to be very smooth, just like everyone else is. We're at about 55. No need to go 60 or 70 or 80. Stupid if you do. I'm lifting my foot because I can see the volume of traffic slowing down. What does this feel like? The temperature is about 25 degrees. It's very slick. I'm in the slow lane to the right, as I should be. People are not driving crazy today. They're just being very deliberate. And I'm listening to the sound that the car makes, the tires. When I see cars passing us super fast, I'm wondering, are they stupid? Do they want to have an accident? Whoa. We're going to maintain good speed. I may get to the middle lane, but I don't want to get overconfident. And I don't want you to either. On the scale of 1 to 10, I feel like I'm a 7. I'm going to get over my lane to the left. Now this is where it's going to get tricky. And we have a lot of traffic pushing us to go much faster, but I want to be safe. I'm lifting my foot, keeping room. That car is tailgating. They're going way too fast. You can see all this. We're going to hit crazy traffic. You can look at the volume and see it. So we're just going to take our time. And we're in no hurry. Reduce speed on wet roads. Crashes 2 times as likely. And there's no crime in going slow. What I'm doing is trying to keep good speed and good space. I'm trying to be as smooth and deliberate as possible. Minimal steering inputs. A lot of people who have anxiety or who want to learn from these videos, you're really gripping the wheel, you're really stiff, and I don't blame you. I'm at a chilled 50 right now. Thinking about my family, thinking about you guys, and just being safe out here. Because this is a huge metropolitan area. Metro Detroit, Metro Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas has 6 lanes. I do have some content on that, and we'll try to get it out to you. Been to Los Angeles, California. We're at about 55. So far, everyone is acting very predictable. Predictable means they're from Texas, so I know they're not used to this weather. I'm lifting my foot as I see brake lights. There's a lot of traffic. Ooh, there's a big slowdown. So, this is where you have to be patient, and a lot of drivers are not patient. I'm just slowing down real easy. And remember, us overcoming our anxiety is just being patient, dealing with the traffic. Whatever situation arises, we'll deal with it. We are full of gas. If we had a Tesla, we were full on charge. We're just taking our time. We're in no hurry. Could be a car flipped over, someone going too fast. Typically, I think people are very aggressive going too fast. So I'm just taking my time. And I'm making a choice to go down to the metro area and show you this. And when you look back at these videos, you're going to rewind at certain moments will resonate to you, like this person with the blinker. Eventually, we're going to ignore this. Eventually, they will get over. See, we're by the city airport. You see airplanes. Icy conditions reduce speed. Crashes 2 times as likely. Okay, we're slowing down. And things happen much slower. And God is good. Had a client signed a contract to go to a camp for the USFL. Played a year of professional football, American football, in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. So if you really think positive and work hard and you're good in God's eyes, God will make it happen. So they signed a contract a couple days ago. So you can achieve all things. You just have to really believe in yourself when a lot of people don't. So I'm just taking my time. This truck in front of us is lifted a little bit. It's wider tires, so it's harder for me to see around it. But I feel safe in the middle lane, so we're just going to stay safe in the middle lane. I'm going to squeeze my brakes because I don't want to slide into them. It's kind of peaceful, but it's stressful too. So you have to find, oh, there's ice. And I think driving these conditions over time teaches you the value of good driving practices, keeping good space. The pace is starting to pick up a little bit. Being a courteous driver, that never goes out of style. Being a nice person, okay? And if you're going to be a nice person, good things are going to happen. People appreciate that. We're at 40 miles an hour in a 55 zone. So this tells you the conditions are really bad. And the one thing I'm doing is keeping my space. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm about 4 seconds away. All those cars to the left, tailgating. Accident getting ready to happen. We're in the middle lane, smooth. I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm modeling what I should be doing and what you should be doing. I'm just keeping space. East side. Squeezing my brakes. Really easy. You can see who's really pushing. The left lane, they're pushing hard. They're late. They got to get there. More anxiety, more adrenaline, more willing to take a chance for an accident. There's that young Tesla. I wonder how that car is handling the traffic, keeping space. A lot of those safe driving features will matriculate into cars. So we're just taking our time. We're at 30 miles an hour, east side. Where are you guys? Another Tesla. Where are you guys from? What part of the country? What part of the world? How old are you? Oh, I thought this car, man, you see that Tesla, let's take off like that? I thought this car downshift really weird. Okay, because if you let your foot off the gas, the computer will analyze the conditions and downshift. And many of those Teslas have Pirellis. I've had a SRT Trailblazer have Pirellis, 295, 295, 45, 20. So big, fat, meaty tires, and they're really great. And they were all weather, but still, you got to be careful. So as you can tell, we're getting to the downtown loop. The traffic is getting more and more condensed. It's a sign of achievement. That's how I look at it. Instead of saying, man, this is crazy. I'm trying to keep my space. I'm in no hurry. Under bridges carry more ice because there's no sunlight and elevated. This is downtown Detroit, downtown Cleveland, Ohio, downtown Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California. We're just trying to keep our space. Eventually I'll have to get over to the left, but I'm good for now. I do have a sense of peace, but also a little bit of fear and anxiety because there's all these trucks, all these cars, and I know that I'm going to try to be as safe as possible. Whenever I see cars smashed up, that tells me these drivers aren't good. You can hear that truck. I'm trying to be very deliberate, keep my space, take my time. Semi-truck is just really aggressive, I tell you. Don't care. I'm going to keep my space. And that's, you got to protect your space. And that's another thing I want to tell you. This bridge can be horrible because it's elevated. I'm just going to take my time. And we're going to do a loop, so I need to get over to the left lane. And I'm locked in. I'm not trying to get all the way back over to the right. So I'm just going to take my time. You should be able to see the city to the right and left. Downtown, baby. The Lions dominated yesterday. Incredible game. NFC North champions. So we're going to keep our space. Take your time. We're just keeping our space, being very deliberate. We're at 50. They're from Colorado. I can't believe the volume of traffic. Car hurt. And I'm going to go really easy on this bridge. Oh. I'm saying this because the car makes weird moves, and if your car's handling different than it should be, it's not safe. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to have to get all the way over. So I got to build up speed. Get over one more lane. Woo! All right. So back over to the right lane. Thank you for that. And I'm going to get off at the next exit. This is unfamiliar, so you notice I'm staying in the right lane, trying to be very predictable. It's taking my time. I know there's a ramp going the other way because I see it. Oak City. Alright, I'm staying all the way to the middle. These lanes go left. Alright, I gotta go to this inside left turn. It's Motor City, baby. Should be able to see the city skyline. It's really beautiful. And then it says stop, left turn only. So I have to stop. Okay, I've stopped. Okay. Now we're getting back on. How do you know when you're driving straight in the lane? You have to aim high, looking at as far as you can. A lot of beginners, we're in North America, so we drive on the right side of the road. So let's talk about this merge first. I gotta get up to, I'm at about 50, that's okay. All right, you see this line to the right? That's called the edge line. A lot of beginners will do this. They're going to put themselves in the middle. You see how I'm riding on the white line? That's wrong. I'm hugging the right. What I need you to do is put yourself by the broken white line, and the car will be in the center of the road. A lot of beginners also stare at the white line or the broken white line. Look ahead, like I'm looking ahead at this car way down there in front of me. I'm lifting my foot a little bit for this car. I need to get over to the right. These exits come so fast. And I really want to go very slow here because I don't want to crash. So you have to look ahead and aim high. It's called aim high driving. It's like walking down a hallway at school, in the mall, in your house. If you hug the right, you're going to hit the right side of the wall in your house. If you hug the left, you're going to hit the left side. Now let's look at all this traffic. So I'm going to end up in front of all this. I'm going to roll out real easy. And I'm going to come out behind this copper-colored 4x4. You can't hesitate, because if you do, you won't be able to make a maneuver. That's a great question. This is your typical downtown Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California. How do you stop looking at the speedometer? You have to really trust what you see, and you are asking such an honest question. First, thank you for asking me. You got to look ahead, like that trailer that's bouncing up and down. You got to look, and sometimes you may have to cover it up. But you're probably saying, I don't know how fast I'm going. It's not important, because you want to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions. Like now, why would I go over 50 or 60? It's stupid. Do I really want to have an accident? No. I need to get over one lane to the left. I'm going to get over early because I'm looking ahead. Keep asking questions. You're asking real questions, and I'll give you answers because I'm an instructor. So we're at about 50. If I answered your question, give it a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm at 50. We're on the bridge again. It's really windy. It's cold. Could be black ice here. I would say let's stay in the middle lane, because us changing lanes is nothing but dangerous. We're at 50. We're fine. Thank you for the Happy New Year. It really means a lot. Thank you. Okay, now I'm squeezing my brakes because I don't want to slide. I'm gaining a lot of speed, so I'm lifting my foot. But thank you for the Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. And I made a promise to myself, and a lot of you, I'm going to try to go to live every day, show you real life driving out here. Like, I'm keeping my space right now. If you were my student, I would say we're going to drive about 50, but more importantly, let's keep space. Let's ignore the speedometer, keep space. Good speed, good space. 1001, 1002. We're about 3.5 or 4 seconds. And if people want to go faster, let them go in the left lane. Also, you need to have a hat on your head, shoes, I got some jeans on, got layers in case the car breaks down. Good morning. Thank you, Devin, I appreciate you. You know, it takes about 10 years to learn how to drive. If you're 19, 29, if you're 22, 32, if you're 25, 35. For me, I haven't driven in this type of volume of traffic in several years. And it's really easy to do stupid stuff, going real fast, cutting lanes, tailgating. But why would you do that? Do you really want to crash? You really want to smash your car? You really want to not arrive alive? I think the biggest thing is just leaving early. Because many of us are coming off a break, we got to get back into the driving routine. So I'm out here deliberately because I want to condition my mind and body so I don't do stupid stuff, tailgate. Because when you're younger, 17, 25, you do stupid stuff. Usually by 30, you probably have a child or a serious girlfriend or boyfriend, and then you're like, I can't be doing this. I gotta be there for my son or daughter. That's how I think. Some of you might think differently. Like, I'm kind of hugging it right a little bit. I gotta clean this up. And I'm not trying to be in anyone's blind spots. So we're still at about 50. And this tells you it's still bad out here. You just have to leave early. Get your gas the night before if you can. If your tires are getting bad, just try to get the best tires you can. If you're angry and mad, just kind of calm down before you get into the car. call me, send me a text. I'm gonna get a Google number too, guys. I had one a couple years ago. I didn't use it as much, and if you don't use your Google number, Google will take it from you. So I'm gonna get a new number. It is getting bad. If you look at the windshield, there's ice that's starting to back up on it. So this tells me it's getting worse. But I think it's important that you can see me as a trusted source. You can call me, talk to me, and I'll give you an honest opinion. We'll figure it out. They're from Pennsylvania, that greenish color, ram, forest green. So I'm just taking my time. We're still at 50. I'm behind a twin turbo Audi, all-wheel drive. Those things are really incredible too. I don't know what's going on up here. See all these cars here. Just taking my time. That's getting worse out there. And I think we all need someone to talk to. I didn't have anyone to talk to when I was 17 or 18 or 19. Yeah, I could talk to my mom or dad or grandmother or cousins, but to talk to about a lot of personal things, situations, relationships. So we're at about 50. I noticed that twin turbo all-wheel drive Audi, they're to the right. They're not doing stupid stuff. Yeah, it's getting bad. You want to have your heat in the middle. You don't want it too warm to fall asleep. You don't want it too cold. We're still at about 50. Speed limit's 55. We'll change to 70. You notice I'm in the middle lane. It's fine. If I want to be stupid and go fast, I'll get to the left lane. But you don't see a lot of cars in the left lane. When you're younger, you can say, I'm going to go 80. I'm going to get in the left lane. Go ahead. Go ahead and crash and do something stupid. And then your parents' insurance will go up. You're going to see cars pass me doing stupid stuff. See that? Stupid, man. See that? Young lady about 27. Why would you do that? So we're kind of almost in a pack of traffic again. But staying in the middle lane, I feel safe, I feel secure. I'm trying to get more heat on the windshield, but I'm not having success. You can see some ice building up on it, and I know it's getting bad. So it's really easy to speed like everyone else is. Next thing you know, your car's spinning and you hit a wall. And that's what's slowly happening to me. I feel a little too safe, a little too confident, and if it's going to happen, we're going to end up crashing. So I got to slow down. I got to quit getting caught up drinking too much coffee. Trying to slow down again, stay smooth, and if my windshield wiper blades keep getting ice, I'm going to have to stop and clean them off. But I want you to see the conditions of the time. If you rewind this to the beginning, it was just kind of rainy and misty. Now the temperature's dropping. I don't care if you have a Ford, a Tesla, a truck, we just got to be safe. And then some communities have license plate readers. Yes, they do. And I'm all for that because it cuts down on crime and it makes the community safe because no one wants their car stolen. Now, I did have to warm up the car in the morning. It's just a part of it. Could have locked the door, yes. Okay, I'm at about 50 again. 55. That truck is from the county. It's got the cones. In a lot of counties, some of your trucks are red, white, blue. It just depends. Hugging the left a little bit because I'm watching cars instead of watching what I'm doing, so I'm guilty of it too. My heart is pounding a little bit because it's just dangerous out here, and you need to know. I'm sorry, you guys don't know. You don't know when you're in danger because you haven't driven enough to analyze the road. And you're going to be relying on other cars and AI, but our brain is still the biggest AI. So we're just trying to be smooth and predictable. Still at about 55. No need to go any faster. It's getting worse. I'm looking at the ice forming on the car's windshield and lights. Still in the middle lane. There's about 15 cars behind me. But you do see people utilizing the left acceleration lane properly. Slower moving traffic keeps to the right. We're in the middle lane. I don't want to go to the right lane. We'll get cut off by cars and trucks. So I see people who are following the rules, and we are one of those people. Lifting my foot because I'm anticipating that silver car, another car just coming over my lane. I don't want to panic. And I'm going around this curve. So I'm just going to take my time. And people are not driving crazy fast. Some are. If you want to go crazy fast, get in the left lane. Pretty blue car. Trying to be very deliberate. Trying to take our time. Traffic behind me. I'm at about 65, and that's too fast. quiet and focusing on the road. I'm just trying to keep it going. And then there'll be moments where you'll be focusing on the road. Just trying to keep this thing straight. Looking ahead at this car. Oh, they have crashed, bro. Bruh. Oh, God. Doing stupid stuff. Going too fast for the conditions. It's just a reminder. It makes your heart drop. Because you don't want that to be you. Yeah, they were driving too fast. That's why they spun out and hit that the guardrail. You can kind of see firsthand what it looks like when your windshield wiper blades get too much ice on them. Speed limit 70, I'm at 60, just taking my time. You don't see a lot of cars passing me or passing, because it's just bad out here. But you as a beginner, you know, if you're 17, 27, if you're 19, 29, if you're 30, you know, 40, this applies. And if you're, you know, mature driver, you're like, you keep talking, Myles. Ooh, I want to be careful on this. This does give you a little bit of anxiety, because I think we all get too comfortable. And I'm going to get over earlier. Accident up here. I see the police looking ahead. So I'm going to turn on my four ways. Ooh. Oh. I'm going to make some decisions. We're going to stay on here so you can really see the truth. Right? Because I'm not going to lie to you guys. If they were directing traffic off, they were directing traffic off. You see the police there. Okay. Looks like they're directing traffic off. We're just going to stay here and see what's going to happen. Wow. See, that's a dumb move, man. They could have got in behind me. I'm not showing you real stuff here, bro. That's what these people do. They just don't care. Get in early. So we're going to stay on here. I want you to see stupidity. Right? Okay. You see a bumper over here. There it is to your left, going too fast. Oh, shoot. Man. So, you learning. come here clowning if you want to. Yep. So I want you to see the truth, because that's how we learn. If you go too fast, you're going to end up hitting the wall, having an accident. And you see how selfish people are. Just get in line early. Now we in the right lane. Back at about 50. And it doesn't have to be like that. I think the really old and the really young, and also the naive and foolish, those are the ones that crash and cause major accidents. So I'm just trying to stay safe and keep it moving. And I think that was a great learning experience for all of us. And I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I'm going to get back to the middle. And just kind of settle down. So what you guys think of that crash, man? I mean, I don't know how old they were or what the situation is, but keep room, keep good space, take your time. And you see how important it is to have good windshield wiper blades. And my blades are kind of freezing over. So the picture you see is what you're going to see when you're driving. Get over one lane. I don't want to be caught by them. And that's why you got to keep your windshield wiper. The biggest thing is good windshield wiper blades and having plenty of windshield washer solvent. Oh, I'm getting over again. Something's going on up here. I don't want to be caught up in all this stuff. And if you have a flat tire, you got to know how to change it. One of my students ran out of gas. They went on social media and talked about this. Don't cut it to the last second. Get your gas early or charge your car. Okay? Don't cut it to the last second. We all are guilty of that. Okay, unfortunately, we had to get over one lane to the left. And that's what it's for. And you think you can go faster here, but it's even more dangerous. Yep. I'm not liking how these blades are working. They're not cleaning the windows. There are a lot of streets. It's hard to see. And that's where it becomes a hazard. But you need to, this reminds me of a trip that I took to Wisconsin. My blades barely worked. And it was a horrible experience, but that made me a better person. And I actually got lost in West Virginia. Don't ask me how. These truck drivers, I'm going 55 or 60, then they end up going 75 and 80. And then when I pick up a little bit of speed, so these truck drivers are really speeding. There's pressure on them to get those loads, you know, to Canada, to Texas, to Florida. So we're trying to stay away from them. And I do driver's education for a living, teaching adults and teens. So yes, there is a little bit of pressure. The wipers are working better now. So we want to totally stay out of the way of truck drivers. Where are you guys from? What part of the state? What part of the country? What region? I'm from the Midwest. Where are you from? lifting my foot. This is a clover leaf, not like the leaf, but I got to go in really slow because I don't want to crash. And I'm going to squeeze my brakes. If I go too fast, I'm going to end up flipping this car over. I'm trying to be really careful when I'm looking around the curve. I'm actually going to have to clean these wipers off because they're not doing an efficient job. So you remember I talked about taking a break? And that's what we're going to have to do. Squeeze my brake, real easy. Wish you see the rear of the tires on the ground. Obviously, they love Trump. Trump and Vance. God, guts, guns, made U.S. free. Okay, that's what you said. Remember I talked about Bob Evans? They have comfort food there. You know, you can go in there, have some pancakes, bacon, you know, sweet bread, nice cup of coffee, and you're like, I'm ready. So if your grandparents take you there, or your uncle, don't laugh. Like, can I go with, please? And then they're like, come on, I want you to drive. And then that's when you start out in the neighborhood driving. You know, I'm an instructor. I really can't recommend you doing that, but that's the reality of the situation. Because your uncle or your auntie who love you, they're going to get you out on the road and as soon as you get your permit. So what we need to do, we need to pull over here to the station and I need to clean these windshield wiper blades. They're not the greatest. All right, we're gonna pull up and then we're gonna clean these blades. It's still slick out here, don't wanna fall. All right, we took a moment to clean these. You remember when I mentioned about taking a break? So that's what we're doing. We're going to talk about these things. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Got my coat on here. Okay, so overcoming driving anxiety. We're going to go over some of these practical tips. Julia hasn't driven since a scary highway experience years ago. She began driving in her neighborhood's quiet streets for about 15 minutes every morning. You want to drive in an area that is quiet to you and is comfortable. Over time, I want you to have a routine. A lot of times when you see me teaching adults and teens or out here driving, I have a routine. There are routes that I go on. Number 2, set realistic goals. Okay, after avoiding driving for months, Tom set a goal of driving to his local park. Set that goal. Drive to your local park. Drive to a local store just 5 minutes away. Okay, those are fun routes. You know, there are 1 or 2 lights. There are not many cars. There are not many people. There's a route that I go on to take students on. It's in a Walmart parking lot. A lot of people come in and shoplift. I'm sorry, they're shopping. I'm joking. And then they walk right in front of the car. Some stop, some don't. People think they have bumpers on their butts, but they don't. Okay. Next, 3, use familiar routes. I always take clients on familiar routes. I'm never going to put myself in danger or you in danger by taking you on an unfamiliar route. It's really important that you go on routes that are familiar to you, to your old job, to your old school, old neighborhood. Familiarity of roads reduces anxiety and gives you a sense of control. This route I took: downtown Metro Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California. Yes, it was scary. There were heavy volumes of traffic. Truck drivers were aggressively kind of pushing cars along. Next, take it slow. You saw me take it really slow and just take my time, driving about 50 or 55 the whole route through. John was nervous about driving at highway speeds. He was stuck in a zone of about 45 miles an hour. Taking his time allowed him to focus on mastering skills and not feeling rushed. We weren't late. Okay? Job was canceled today. School was canceled today. We weren't late. There wasn't that realistic pressure. And if there was, we just get up early. We make sure our car has gas. We start it up. We warm it up. Take it slow. I want you to take it slow. I want you to be able to master your skills. I want you all to take your time. Number 5, trust your technology in the car. Even though this is an older car, it's got driver side, passenger side airbags. It does not have adaptive cruise control. It does not have lane keep assistance. But looking straight ahead, one person had a question: how do I keep my car straight in the lane? It's called aim high driving. You look ahead as far as you can. Practice deep breathing. I'm not gonna lie, these type of conditions had me holding this wheel. My heart was kind of beating, or it was the coffee. No, my heart was beating because it was dangerous out here, and I started feeling too comfortable. And this is when cars will crash, okay? Because you feel too comfortable. Someone does 70 or 75, you slam brakes, you spin out, you flip your car. We saw that on the expressway. Be a co-pilot. I try to be a co-pilot. You've seen my little clips, my little shorts, reels, Instagrams, whatever. I'm a co-pilot because I've done this over 24 years, teaching adults with anxiety, teaching teens, and preparing people who have trauma to get back on the road. And God will prepare a way for me to really help people, guide them, direct them. And Jake brought his best friend. Bring your best friend with you. You'll laugh. They'll tell jokes about high school or college, or your girlfriend or boyfriend, or your hair, right, or lack of hair, or just, it takes the edge off. And it's nice to have a friend with you sometime to give you reinsurance. Hey, you're going too fast in the turns. Oh, you're right, bro. I'm sorry, man. Let me slow down. And this makes driving less intimidating. Next, use positive affirmations. I try to be very positive. Things pop up, a car pull out, a semi-truck will come over, someone will spin out, someone aggressively cut me off at the last second, because I think people just get too complacent and naive, and they assume, oh, this car is going to let me in. And you saw several cars just cut me off. All you got to do is slow down and get behind someone. Instead of cutting it so close, okay, before starting an engine, Priya would say, I'm safe, I'm capable, I can do this. This is a simple practice to boost self-confidence. When I decided to get out today, I saw it was really dangerous. I started up the car. It took about 15 minutes. Then I had to run some errands. You're going to have to run errands. If you're an adult or teen, your mom and dad may say, you're using my car, you go get me breakfast. Oh, okay. Well, don't be so ungrateful. They're letting you use the car. Your parents don't have to let you use anything. And they're putting gas in. Look, I'm almost at a half a tank. Went to the downtown metro area, came back. That's a half a tank gone. If I was in a Tesla, that's a third or almost half of the charge gone. So you need to be more humble and thankful of your parents, because your parents will help you. They want you to be successful. But if you're disrespectful, not helping around the house, arguing and complaining, they're like, you know what? You find it yourself. You get a job. You do Uber. You do this. You do that, because you're so disrespectful. I've seen so many teens and young adults like that. They always have their hand out from their mom and dad. Gimme, gimme, gimme. How about you work for it? If I want to get a Tesla for this channel, I'm gonna have to put together a grant. People got to believe in me. If it's meant to happen, if it's not meant to happen, then it won't happen, right? I still am going to teach. I'm still going to help people, but there's some opportunities there. Learn from the technology in your vehicle, lane keep, automatic braking features. Understand that tech can make you safer. All cars have tech, whether you're in a really old car, new car, but you got to be the driver. You can't just put it on autopilot and think I got this, because the ice and snow will get on that sensor. Some cars use radar, some cars use camera, some cars use laser, and then your sensors are not accurate. We saw a couple of Teslas, all of a sudden they were doing like 80 and then they would slow down. I'm not trusting autopilot in this type of weather. I'm going to shut that boy off, and your brain is the best autopilot. Use quiet times. Because I'm an instructor, you're with me, I'm kind of giving you a review, because if the roles were switched, I would want to know how I'm doing. Was my drive today perfect? No. I was a little too slow sometimes. I was a little too fast sometimes. I stayed in the middle lane. Cars were tailgating me. I did not want to get to the right lane. That would be even more anxiety. Cars cutting us off, cars tailgating us, cars merging on. I definitely did not want to get in the left lane doing 65, 75, 85, and 90. Why would I crash? But if you go back to the video, a lot of cars in the left lane weren't there because some people had sense, right? Dave chose Sunday mornings to practice driving. In the morning, driving is pretty good. The weekends are good. Low traffic allow you to work on your skills without pressure. We didn't have a lot of pressure. We had a little bit. Celebrate small wins. I'm happy because I made it back alive. I'm happy because I stayed in the middle lane. And then as I go through my journey of teaching adults and teens, you see for yourself. If you want to get into the left lane and go fast and tailgate and flip your car over, that's you. If you want to get in the middle lane, cruise about 60 or 55, got your coffee, you chilled, you let your boss know, hey, the roads are really bad, I left early, no problem. Everyone's coming in late too. Communicate that. But don't take that for granted. If you keep coming in late, you're going to end up getting fired and you will be marked down your evaluation. So you got to leave early. One of my goals this year is to leave even earlier for 2025 and potentially 2026. I'm usually an on-time person, late, but getting more rest. So I'm mentally prepared. What is this drive going to be like to work? It could be like this tomorrow. So I want to leave at least an hour and 15 minutes earlier, have the car gassed up, warmed up, ready to go, food ready, everything ready. So when I go live, you can see, oh, wow, this is what driving to work looks like. This is what heavy traffic looks like. This is what traffic challenges look like. This is what road rage looks like. Because no one is really showing you this. And I'm taking time to show you city, urban, rural, downtown. And then when I go live tonight, we're going to be in a virtual classroom and you're going to learn so much more. Let's keep going. So we celebrated a small win today by just being safe and staying about 25 to 50 miles an hour. And you saw the proof other cars were going slow also. Next, gradually increasing challenges. We went to the downtown urban area. Okay. Traffic was slow. Density got really heavy starting in neighborhood streets. We did that. We made right turns. We made left turns. Working up to downtown light driving. We did that. And then gaining confidence in new challenges, but not being stupid. Stupid is going too fast. Stupid is tailgating. Stupid is cutting cars off. I didn't do that. That's not my DNA. Reframing from negative thoughts. I will crash. I will hit the wall. I'm going to spin out. I've always been a very positive self-thinker, and I need all of you to be a positive self-thinker and focus on, I got this. I can do it, because if you think you got it, you probably do. Rely on 360-degree awareness. We don't have new technology here. This is not a Tesla. This is an older vehicle. But you see me looking to the left. You see me looking straight. You see me looking to the right. You see me checking mirrors. You've got to check your mirrors more. And that's one thing that anxiety sucks the life out of you. You're only focused on looking straight. But you got to look to the left. You got to look to the right. Practice frequently. A lot of you won't be able to go out because maybe you don't have a car, or mom and dad said, you burned up half my gas, give me $25. You only got 50. You put it back in. And then you got to take the Uber or Lyft to work Thursday and Friday. So the situation is real. The struggle is real. Next, celebrate your progress. We had progress today. We got out. We stayed safe. Guys and ladies, give us a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this, look at all the videos. I will go live later this evening. I will talk to you later. Bye.